GW19, 109 points. We have now joined the 100 Club officially. How did you do? So, Game Week 19 was a double game week, so it was an opportunity for loads and loads of points. We scored 109 points, as I said, but we took an 8-point hit in transfers, so that brings us a score of 101 points gained, and now we are on 1,165 points overall. Our overall rank is now 216,604, which is up 40,000 places from last week, where we were on 265,000th place. Our team value is now 106.1 million. We were on an absolute roller coaster this week, and we did 3 transfers. We did Harrison to Gundogan, as Leeds didn't have a double game. Kane to Vardy, as Kane didn't have a double game, Vardy did. And we did Brewster to Antonio, which was an upgrade because Antonio was probably going to score more points and he had a double game. We just stopped short of doing a 4th transfer, which was Dallas to Stones, because that would have been a 12-point hit and we thought that was just too much. And Stones went and scored 27 points in his 2 games. Who could have scripted that? The rollercoaster started when Johnston didn't play his first double game for West Brom because he was out with COVID. Our 2 Leeds players, Bamford and Dallas, who we thought would score well against Brighton, and that was their only single game, they only scored 2 points each. But Antonio scored twice, he scored once in both of his games, so that was a good transfer. And Zuma, our 1 Chelsea player, didn't play either games. For some reason, Frank Lampard didn't play him, and now he's been sacked. Serves him right. Leicester won both their games, but Vardy didn't do anything and only scored 2 points in each of them, and now he's out injured. Son scored us 5 points. He got an assist in his single game, and Kane, who we transferred out to Vardy in his single game, got a goal, so he got 9 points. So Kane scored more points in his single game than Vardy did in 2. So that was a bad transfer that we're going to reverse straight away. Now on to our 2 big players. Salah, who's our captain, only scored 4 points, doubled to 8, and Fernandes just scored 8. Robertson, our other Liverpool player, only got 8 points as well. Cancelo was dropped in the first game, so he only scored 8 points over the 2. Justin did well. He got 2 clean sheets, scoring 14 points. Our best transfer was Harrison to Gundogan, who scored 18 points over the 2 games. He scored 2 goals. Of our other 2 West Ham players, Souček scored 4 and Fabianski scored 8. We played our bench boost thinking it would score very highly for us, but then the Leeds game got cancelled, which was kind of a failure for us because then 2 of our bench boost players only had a single game, and then Johnston being out with COVID for 1 game and Zuma just being dropped made it so our bench boost only scored 6 points. Not worth it. But overall, a really good score of 109 minus the 8 points gives us 101, and that moved us up 40,000 places. In our cup game, we won it 101 to 94, so we're through to the next round. Our next round in the cup is against Van der Beek. He scored 119 points in Game Week 19, and he is 44,000th in the world. That is going to be a tough match. In our mini league, we've moved back to 7th place, and the top 3 are: first, On the Back Werner with 1,269. Second is Bristol Boy 23 with 1,201. And third, Confused Cockerels with 1,200. Andy, or On the Back Werner from Let's Talk FPL, is now got a clear lead, 68 points in front of 2nd place. His score of 145 was the highest score in our mini league this week. He is now 3,116th in the entire world, which is so good. That is absolutely crazy. If you haven't already, make sure you go and subscribe to his YouTube channel called Let's Talk FPL. Now onto our team for Game Week 20. We've now transferred out Dallas for Stones, the 27-point king, and he has 3 good fixtures coming up. That is why we've got him in, and he also is now a 3rd City player. Because Lampard has dropped Zuma, even though he's now been sacked, we've already done the transfer, so we've transferred Zuma out for Target. That frees up a little bit of cash, and Villa have some good games coming up as well as some double game weeks. They haven't been announced yet when they're going to be, but we've got him in the team for when they are. So because Vardy's injured, we've now transferred back in Kane, and we're pretty sure we're going to keep Kane and Son till the end of the season now. Every time we transfer out Son or Kane, the person we transferred in always scores less than they do, even if they don't have a double game and the person we transferred in does. Vardy. Sorry for that. So we've definitely learnt our lesson now. We still have a load of good players on the bench, and we're trying to keep them because we haven't found out who's playing in the double game week in week 26 yet. So once we do, we'll then keep the players we need and transfer the ones out that we don't. It was actually really hard to choose who to bench this week, but this is how we line up at the moment. We're going to play Fabianski in goal against Crystal Palace. In defence, Target against Burnley, Cancelo and Stones against West Brom. In midfield, Son versus Liverpool, and Salah versus Tottenham. Fernandes against Sheffield United and Gundogan against West Brom. We're going with 3 up front, which is Kane against Liverpool, Bamford against Newcastle and Antonio against Crystal Palace. Our captain at the moment is on Fernandes. We are toying with changing it to another player, but we might just go safe and stick it with Fernandes. If he doesn't play for any reason, the vice captain is on Gundogan. On the bench we have Johnston, Souček, Justin and Robertson. We'll probably end up with a better score on our bench this week than last week when we bench boosted. So let's hope for a really high score once again this week. So far we've had 6 green arrows in a row, which is really good. Hopefully we will make that 7. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Bye!